Hey guys, how's it going? Just want to bring you all a quick video talking about the 𝘠𝘠𝑚𝑖 dyed court here in Genshin Impact, and as to why this court is actually super broken for a lot of different characters. It gives you the emblem of Severed Fate set, which again, super broken for a variety of characters, being someone like Raiden, Xingqiu, Xiangling, 𝘵𝘢𝘁, and as well as a few different other characters. And you can also pick up a second set being the 𝘠𝑦𝘠𝑚𝑖 set, which does have very limited use, but it can actually be really good for someone like hu-tao and Yanfei. So I want to jump straight into this because it is going to be a bit of a long video. I am recording this intro after I've recorded everything else. So without wasting any time, let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. Okay, so jumping right into the artifacts that we're going to be looking at today. Again, it's going to be the emblem of Severed Fate as well as the 𝘠𝑦𝘠𝑚𝑖 set. And just to preface really quickly what each set does, the emblem of Severed Fate will give you at a 2-piece a 20% energy recharge, and at a 4-piece will increase your elemental burst damage by 25% of your energy recharge, and a maximum of 75% bonus damage can be obtained in this way. So for someone like Raiden, who is very burst reliant, not only is this going to increase her burst damage, but for someone like her where her weapon does have a lot of ER, or even if you run something like the catch, her burst alone is going to be able to provide a lot of energy for the rest of your team. And now before I go further into what the emblem of Severed Fate is, let's take a quick look at the 𝘠𝑦𝘠𝑚𝑖 set. And the 𝘠𝑦𝘠𝑚𝑖 set at a 2-piece is going to give you a plus 18% in your attack, and at a 4-piece when casting an elemental skill, if the character has 15 energy, they will lose 15 energy. But not only that, normal charge and plunging damage is increased by 15% for 10 seconds. And it will not trigger again during the duration of that 10 seconds. So for someone like hu-tao, where her skill only lasts 9 seconds, it falls perfectly within the 10-second cooldown of the 𝘠𝑦𝘠𝑚𝑖 set. So for someone like hu-tao to have that 50% charge attack damage, it'll definitely help out with providing more DPS, especially for single target combat. But now let's take a look at these sets individually and see why they're actually so good, especially the emblem of Severed Fate. So now that we've gone over what the emblem of Severed Fate actually does, let's get into why it's actually one of the most broken sets in the entire game. So the use of this set doesn't only apply to Raiden, you can actually apply it to a lot of different other characters. So for a quick example, you can use it for someone like Xingqiu, Xiangling, 𝘵𝘢𝘁, and of course, Raiden herself. And as far as burst potential goes, I actually even use mine on Kaya, here running the 2-piece emblem set and also a 2-piece 𝘠𝑪𝑔𝑚𝑖 set. Now just jumping through each character that I listed, let's go ahead and just run through them really quickly as to why you would want to run them. So for someone like Xingqiu, especially for someone like myself who doesn't have the sacrificial sword, having that energy recharge is definitely going to help him out with having his burst ready for your next rotation. Especially given that the cooldown on his skill is 21 seconds. So you're going to have a lot of downtime. And if you don't have your burst ready for your next rotation, like normally I don't, then I have to rely on essentially a quote-unquote second rotation for the team comp that I'm running, which I'll get into in just a little bit. And since energy recharge is kind of a big problem, even for me, for Xingqiu, running something like a Fav sword or even, again, sacrificial sword, kind of being his best in slot, definitely helps out with the energy recharge that you can have on Xingqiu. And I've just realized I have a second Fav sword, so I should probably R2 this. Now another reason the emblem set is so good for someone like Xingqiu or even someone like Xiangling as well is because of their off-field damage that they're able to provide your team comp with. And what I mean by that is for someone like Xingqiu with his rain cutter swords, even when you switch off of Xingqiu after using his burst, his sword still applies to whatever character you have on field. And same goes for Xiangling with her pyro-nado. Again, you're able to use it, switch to another character, and you will still have the pyro-nado apply for whatever character you have on field. So given that their burst still goes even after you switch your character, having that emblem set is definitely going to help out with having their burst ready for your second rotation. Now there are certain ways to build a character when it comes down to the actual set itself. For someone like Xiangling, you would want to run Elemental Mastery, given that's what she works best off of, especially if you're going to run a Vaporized comp. Having Elemental Mastery along with Energy Recharge is definitely going to help out with someone like Xiangling. And the same would even apply for someone like Xingqiu. Now here I'm running Heart of Depth set just because I have a crazy crocked out artifact for him. And I should actually throw this on child, but since I already have it available, I might as well just leave it on him. But again, for characters like Xingqiu and Xiangling that are reliant on their bursts and switching to another character, the main focus would be building around EM on these characters, as well as ER. Now for someone like Raiden, given that the emblem set is her best in slot, if you use her as a main DPS, then you can run a 3-piece emblem set as well as a 2-piece Glad, just so you can have that increased attack. But if you get lucky, then of course I would say stick with a 5-piece emblem set. And then again, for some more off-field damage support, someone like Bidou would actually range really well with this set, again given that her burst will still apply even when you switch characters. So the versatility of the emblem set again can apply to a lot of different characters and tends to be a best in slot for quite a few. And the nice thing about it is not only do you not only have to run a 4-piece set or 5-piece set, but you can run a 2-piece set with a 3-piece of whatever the quote-unquote best in slot would be for that given character. So like for Xingqiu, I could run a 2-piece emblem set and a 3-piece Heart of Depth. And for Xiangling, I could stick again with another 2-piece emblem set and a 3-piece Crimson Witch set. But something else that you do have to keep in mind is the way that you play these characters. Given that Xiangling and Xingqiu are kind of only really used for their burst, then that 4-piece set of having elemental burst damage increase will help out for that character. Now I could be here all day talking about this set and a bunch of the different variations that you're able to use on it, but the main thing you want to pay attention to is your playstyle and your team comp. If the rest of your characters are just burst reliant, then something again like the emblem set would be very good for them. But if you're running them as a main DPS, for example someone like Raiden, then maybe a 3-piece emblem set with a 2-piece Glad set would do you even better. So now we'll take a quick look at the Shimenawa set, just because it's not a super crazy set by any means, and there's only a few characters that can really use it. Again, this set is very reliant on your playstyle. So in my personal opinion, and yes, you can disagree with it, I do not mind one bit, I feel the Shimenawa set is 50-50 with the Crimson Witch set for Hu Tao. And reason being is if you play Hu Tao efficiently, then you're relying on her charged attack. So with that, you would C1 and jump right after your attack hits so you can animation cancel that, and you pretty much rinse, wash, repeat that over and over. So having that 50% increased damage for your charge attack does help out a significant amount with my DPS. And just for a quick disclaimer, I do see a bit more DPS out of the Shimenawa set than I would out of my Crimson Witch set that I have. And for someone like Yanfei, having that charge attack does help out significantly with her as well, as normally you would do a N3 C1, meaning you would throw out 3 normal attacks, and then after that you would charge attack just so that you can use her seals. So the Shimenawa set does have kind of limited use on certain characters, and I'm sure that you are able to use it on others, but I just haven't discovered on who yet, as well as a playstyle for any other characters that would utilize this set. That's going to be it for this video, guys. I know it was kind of all over the place. This is one of my first times doing a video like this, so it wasn't exactly the most entertaining, and I may have missed a lot of information. So if you have any questions, please post them down below. I will definitely try and help you guys out to the best of my ability. Again, I know this video wasn't the absolute greatest. Please forgive me. Hopefully down the line, these videos will get a lot better. I will be able to give you guys better information and be a lot more informative as far as how different sets work and how they synergize really well for a certain character. Again, if you guys have any questions, throw them down below. I will help you guys to the absolute best of my ability. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.